we'll look to expand to build the biggest red claw farm in Australia. My name's Nathan Cleasby. We're 30 minutes west of Townsville, a place called Majors Creek, and we've got a freshwater crayfish farm. So we do everything from an egg all the way up to like a grown crayfish. We've got a hatchery at the university in Townsville where we supply the majority of the industry in Queensland. Once the animals are half the size of your little fingernail, we move them out to the farm. We supply to restaurants from Sydney all the way up to Port Douglas and wholesalers. We got a first start loan from QRIDA, which allowed us to purchase this property and build it into what it is today. With the industry small and demand high, there was a bit of a niche. I'm what they call a first generation farmer. So for me, understanding how it works to buy property, how to finance it was all very new to me. I was very lucky to have Angela, our area manager, come out multiple times and explain the process.
Picked up the phone and had my first initial discussions with Nathan. Needless to say, I was quite impressed with his depth of industry knowledge and what he wanted to achieve.
Yeah, so I studied a Bachelor of Marine Science and did a Masters in Aquaculture. Since then, I've worked in the aquaculture industry in North Queensland for about 10 years. And recently was very fortunate to be awarded a Nuffield scholarship, which means I get to travel around the world next year and look at how lots of other countries are doing what we do. I definitely recommend QRIDA, especially like a first generation farmer, and getting some lands that you can sink your teeth into and get going. Initially, it's such a high capital cost and the risk is so high.
QRIDA is well known as being a specialist financier to Queensland. And our interest rates normally are a couple of % cheaper just to help people take that first step into farming. You know, we've done everything from cattle properties to cane farms to lime orchards and crayfish operations. So we have a broad appetite for all sorts of industries. They're primary producer based in Queensland.
We are very conscious of not trying to run before we walk. We've got a lot of commercial questions we need to answer. Once we've answered those questions and we're confident in our production, we'll look to expand to build the biggest red claw farm in Australia.